The story begins in a tense meeting room where elite U.S. Armed Forces soldiers debate a tough choice. Soldier 1 slams his fist on the table. We must decide now. If we lose this chance, we won't get another. Soldier 2 jumps in quickly. But there are many civilians in that area. Soldier 3 taps his fingers on the table and yells, if we don't strike now, those terrorists will kill even more innocent people. The civilians would die first anyway. Soldier 2 stands up and shouts, are you saying it doesn't matter if they kill the civilians or we do? The captain yells, stop. He rubs his forehead nervously and turns to the woman at the front of the room. What do you think? Colonel Kaisa? Colonel Kaisa del Roman sits calmly, listening to the argument. She thinks for a moment, then says in a steady voice, I'm not sure what you're all fighting about. It's clear, we need to bomb them before they escape. Soldier 2 tries to change her mind. Colonel, as U.S. soldiers, we have a duty to protect our civilians. There are children out there. How can you be so heartless? Kaisa replies without emotion, our main duty comes first, above everything else. We're all here, risking our lives, to finish this mission. Not to waste time on talks about your love for humanity. How will you take responsibility for all the deaths if we fail? Soldier 2 stammers, unable to respond. He slams his hand on the table in frustration and sits down. The captain listens to it all, then says firmly, today at 18:10 hours, we bomb the city. No objections. That's final. Dismissed. Colonel Kaisa nods and heads for the door. The other soldiers look shocked by the order and want to speak up, but they stay silent. As Kaisa leaves the camp, Soldier 2, Colonel Robert, follows her. Wait, Colonel Kaisa. Please rethink this. There has to be another way. She turns and looks at him coolly. Colonel Robert, if we don't sacrifice 100 civilian lives today, 1,000 more will die next month. Isn't that just simple math? Besides, the commander won't hear objections. This is an order. Colonel Robert stands there nervously, shaking his head. The other soldiers leave to prepare. He slumps, rubbing his forehead in sadness. Soon, the order goes out. All units retreat from the bombing zone. In the city, a child hears the roar of planes from the mountains. Fully loaded bombs head their way. She stares up with wide, fearful eyes. Boom. The bombs hit their target. Explosions light up the night. The next day, headlines scream, terrorist leader confirmed dead in airstrike. Back at base, the elite soldiers gather. One says, compared to before, these terrorist attacks are smaller and less organized. The bombing must have killed their leader. Colonel Robert mutters, so what if he dies? Another one like him will just rise up. Killing a few won't hurt them much. Until we cut off the head of ISIS, they'll keep banding together. Another soldier adds, terrorism is everywhere, suicide bombings, attacks worldwide. Colonel Kaisa reads the latest reports, thinks quietly, then says, it seems like it's time to end this war. The two arguing soldiers freeze. Colonel Robert asks, what did you just say? Suddenly, the phone rings, echoing through the room. The captain picks it up. It's the president. He confirms some news and hangs up quickly. The captain pauses, then announces, we've located the ISIS leader's position. The soldiers react with surprise and energy. The captain continues, first, we'll send a team of assassins. If they don't return in time, we'll bomb the target city, like last time, no matter what. Colonel Robert shouts, what? That's insane. Who would take such a deadly risk? Across the table, Colonel Kaisa smiles faintly. I will go. Everyone stares. Colonel Robert says, Colonel Kaisa, are you crazy? She replies, this might be our last chance to get him. Even if we fail, we can't waste the opportunity. A lieutenant blurts out, I've never heard of a colonel leading an assassination herself. The captain snaps, Lieutenant, I don't care what you've heard. The president ordered this himself. The lieutenant goes quiet, stunned. So does Colonel Robert. The captain turns to Kaisa. When is D-Day? She answers with a nod, the 13th, at 2100 hours. If I don't return by then, don't hesitate, bomb the city. Colonel Robert feels a wave of sadness for her. His mind drifts to her past. They called her the Death Goddess, Kaisa del Roman, a mysterious figure hidden in shadows. No one knew her real birthday, family, or even if Kaisa was her true name. She had started military training out of nowhere and risen fast. Promotion after promotion. Her skill was real, no one could deny that. But her quick climb caused jealousy. Soldiers filed complaints to superiors, who just said, if you can't handle it, leave. Rumors spread, she was a freeloader, using connections to powerful people. Men refused her orders, shunned her, spat at her, and called her a disgusting leech. They made crude jokes about her body, and the hate grew. Finally, furious soldiers mobbed her, dragging her to a hidden storage room to attack. But that was her chance. She fought back like a machine, beating them all. Her empty eyes saw everyone the same, ally or enemy. She would sacrifice anyone to win. Many hated her for comrades lost on her orders. But she also saved countless lives through her successes. The hate faded one morning when she sneaked into an enemy base alone and killed their commander. After that, even her worst critics had to respect her.